which is that we should never underestimate the potential consequence of any mistake that looks small in our eyes today. Reverend, give us an example of what people will say, oh, this is a small mistake, but then later it does them an overwhelming evil.
I think we used Abraham. Abraham went to Egypt, and for the fear of the Egyptians killing him because his wife was beautiful, said to the wife, when they ask, say that you are my sister, and so that they will spare me. You get it? And it was a spell of the moment. It was supposed to protect his neck, for that minute. But the consequences we saw in church was that it was there. It affected Lot. It affected his unborn child Isaac and his generations. You can trace all that happened, all the problems they had to deal with to that particular incident. So sometimes we say something is small because we are not looking at the bigger picture. We're looking at that little thing. But that little thing is a big thing.
It's just so okay. You talked then about Abraham having a certain attitude, a tent altar attitude. When you say tent and altar attitude, what do you mean, and what should we copy from that as Christians of modern times?
I think I explained it as a tent attitude, meaning that he was a nomad. He was not resident. He was always in a tent, which means that he could be easily disassembled and then taken to the next place and assembled. And the Bible says that we are pilgrims. We are walking through this earth. We are pilgrims. This earth is not our home. We're just passing through, isn't it? So that attitude must always be with us, that it is not about everything here. The world system is get all you can and can all you get. Build houses, buy cars, marry, have things, establish business, establish contacts and everything, because it's all about here and now. So that eternity mindedness is not part of our day-to-day reflections. But Abraham, the Old Testament is a mirror, it's an image of the life we are living in now. So that mirror life is transient. We are moving out. So we should not have that settled mentality where it's all about today, it's all about the earth, it's all about life, it's all about no. Think of it's appointed unto man once to die, and after this the judgment. And he had an altar which stands for his place of sacrifice to God. So his life was temporary and he always had God in his focus, God in his mind, God in everything he did. So he had a place where he would offer a sacrifice to God. That's the altar. The altar is not a fashion accessory. You build it because every time you are putting something on the altar. It says in Romans that 12:1 says, I beseech you, my brethren, that you present your bodies as a living sacrifice, holy and acceptable unto God. A living sacrifice means a consistent, present, continuous sacrifice. Daily. You get it? So he had a daily sacrifice. We are supposed to have a daily sacrifice to God. Today, what have you sacrificed for God? What have you forgone to have your relationship with God? How many minutes have you spent in prayer? How many minutes have you spent reading the Word of God? What have you done? What have you done that is a sacrifice that has been placed on the altar to God? In other words, what have you sacrificed to God today on your altar? It's something that must be part of your lifestyle. You know, like what we are doing now. It's Sunday, isn't it?
Yeah.
And everybody's home, relaxing. We are sitting here. What are we doing? We are discussing. We are putting something on the altar that will burn to help somebody. That will help, enable to teach somebody something. We encourage somebody to develop a closer relationship with God. That's what I mean by having an altar and having a tent.
Wow.